Last episode we had a blockbuster transfer special, added some Brazilians. Since then, I've signed some new players, and today we are welcoming ourselves to the Liga Super Malaysia, the top flight of Malaysia, and the domain of Johor Darul Tazim, the big bad of this country. I would love to take them down before we leave this nation. I fully appreciate that is going to be tough. Rome might not have been built in a day, but I'll tell you what, our team was very much built yesterday, and today we are back to kick off the season against the teams predicted to finish 3rd and 4th. I'm so excited to see how our new system, tactics and signings do. Let's run the intro and get straight into things. Yes, folks, how is it going? And a warm welcome back to the Journey Manager. If you didn't see yesterday's episode, you missed the Brazilian Revolution. Our team is filled with Brazilians all of a sudden. I have made a few new signings as well. And I'll level with you, when you now look at this screen here, it looks a lot more busy, doesn't it, with transfers ins and out? Yeah, we've added some quality. And we have also added some emergency depth. Not that I'm going to need players like Gerald here, but if we do, he's available. He's in our B team. And well, I did end up signing a few more players off the back of last episode just to offer depth. You can see here, Vadzrul is a centre defensive mid who can play at centre mid and centre back. To be honest, I'm kind of hoping he's not near the first team, but if he is because of injuries, hopefully he's capable of stepping up. And that can also probably apply to Izzat here. This guy can play right wing back, left wing back, defensive mid, but I'll be honest, I signed this guy and then I found a better right wing-back, so he's in the B team. So who is the new mysterious right wing-back, I hear you ask? Well, it's Lorenzo Napoli. This guy plays for the San Marino Academy. Of course, we were looking at one San Marinese player last episode who played for the San Marino Academy. Lorenzo Napoli is a teammate, sadly, or maybe it's fortuitously, nationality-wise, he's only eligible for Italy. So he's not going to get called up to the San Marino national team, and I'll admit, as a right wing-back, he can't really defend, but as a backup option in that part of the pitch, I think he can do the business. He can run fast. And because I did have some players very concerned about the lack of strength in depth at right wing back, I did need to sign someone. He fitted the bill. Now, the only other player that we've signed since last episode is Ahmed Zafri here, a left back who can play left wing back, centre back, and right wing back. Useful versatility at the very least. Don't think he'll be getting near the first team, but who knows, injuries do happen. So our current first team size is 27 players. That probably is a little larger than it needs to be here in Malaysia, but at least it offers me a little bit of flexibility, both in terms of personnel that I can bring in, but also if we do find that this new changing system isn't quite working, we can still mix things up. Now, of course, just as a little refresher, last year we played a 4-1-3-2. This year, we've abandoned one of the centre mids in favour of an additional centre-back, mostly because of the players that are available. Ong, we were able to sign. This guy, a very, very good centre-back. And I do hope that alongside Andrino, the Brazilian centre-back, these guys are really going to give us a solid foundation to build off. Now, with this system, I am looking to look for overlaps. Naturally, we have wing-backs. I want to see them get high up the pitch. I've also got for approach play, pass into space on. There is going to be a lot of space for on-running players with this system to move into. Given the fact that we're now playing with a defensive midfielder and 3 centre-backs, there is going to be quite a lot of permission for Mark and Azraf alongside him to really get up the pitch and, well, explore the space behind the centre-back. So that's why we're looking for the pass into space instruction. In transition, nothing too crazy going on here. We are going to look to counter-press, look to roll it back to one of our back 3 centre-backs when we can. And out of possession, I haven't changed anything that we were not running last year. You can see much higher defensive line, but a mid-block line of engagement. We don't need to press super high up the pitch. I kind of want to remain compact at the back, try and frustrate teams, invite them onto us as well. With this lower line of engagement, teams will step up, especially if they underestimate us as a newly promoted team. Hopefully, that with their defence playing the ball up the pitch, that will leave space in behind for us to get into on the counter. Oh, and if you were wondering, Jack, why is Lorenzo Napoli not starting over Ayman at right wing back? I mean, to be fair, you could argue that Ayman is just a better defender. The other reason is I'm limited on the number of foreign players that can be on the pitch at any one time. And with all the Brazilians I've got, Lorenzo just falls slightly down the pecking order, sadly. Now, you might remember at the start of the pre-season episode, our media prediction was 9th. Since then, we've added some real quality to the team, and now when we look at the season preview, we're actually up in 5th. I feel like that bodes really well for the strength that we've got. What I will say is, when you look at the odds for these teams in the middle of the pack, it is very, very closely fought. Obviously, a little bit concerned about our goalkeeping situation where we have brought in a rather small goalkeeper, albeit he's very technical. And to be honest, when I look at the kind of squad comparison here for various different positions, I do feel like we're going to be firmly in mid-table this year. Whilst we do have a decent set of players, particularly in the midfield, I just don't know if we've got the quality to challenge right at the top. In terms of finishing, we have the best average finishing across our strikers in the league. Is that worth something? I'll level with you. I'm not really sure it is. But even if I just look through physicals, mentals, and technicals, we're not super standout in anything, really. And well, to kick off this new season as a newly promoted team, we've not exactly been given the most easy of games. We've got Terengganu here, who are, well, a decent team in the context of Malaysia. Last year, they finished third. They've got a media prediction of fourth. They play at a 50,000-seater stadium. Let's go do an away day. So for today's away day, we are heading northeast to Terengganu. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm definitely not. I'm sorry. If we zoom in here, the stadium should be easy to find. Here it is in all its glory. Great car park. Immediately. Is that go-karts next door as well? I'll tell you what, it's a strong start to an away day. You can go, it might be go-karting, it might just be a place to practice driving, actually. In my heart, in my head, this is a go-kart track. Look, there's even a little spectator stand. It's massive. Over here, by the way, is the stadium. Car park to the left looks sublime. This is one of the most unique stadiums I think I've ever looked at. What is this here? The Litar Drag Gombadak. It sounds cool, doesn't it? Can we have a look at it? What is this here? Is it like a place for drag racing or something? I think it is just a drag strip. Just next to the away day, because why not? Over to the north side, we've got a load of hockey fields and just other training football pitches, an Olympic running track there as well. What is this thing in the middle? Like, we have got to investigate this. Oh, okay. It just looked weird in the satellite view. It's just a rather underwhelming water feature, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it did look more spectacular from here. Can we all agree that? Here is the stadium itself, which is absolutely massive. Is this like the club shop? I assume it's probably the club shop. The stadium looks wild from the outside. How does it look from the inside? There is a single dot for us to look at. I hope it's drone footage. Oh my word, it actually is. And it's beautiful. I don't know what to make of the sea tart, mind you. They love stars at this club, apparently. I'm sure the stars have some kind of symbolic meaning. I just don't understand. It's an interesting stadium. There is also like another stadium here next door that looks a bit like a Pokemon gym. I wonder what type of gym leader lives in there. And also, there is the drag strip. I'm pretty sure that is a car drag strip. It's just a weird thing to have next to the stadium. I appreciate the fact they've turfed over the running track around the edge. Like, at least they know that running tracks are a sin on the eyes. If I'm going to criticise this stadium a little bit, it's not the prettiest. It's a little dated on the outside. But I am an absolute sucker for unique-looking football stadiums, and it does look bloody unique from the outside, doesn't it? Okay, the Stadium Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin Stadium. There's not a stadium at the end. I've said stadium twice. I nailed the rest of it. We'll move on. This stadium is unique, and I think I love it for some reasons. If I'm going to criticise it, it does feel a little bit dated. There was no McDonald's or any sign of food on the outside. But go-karting, a drag strip, car park, it's got to be a 7.5 out of 10. Just missed the trademark swimming pool. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'm rather excited for the start of this new season. I'm hoping we're going to take to this division like a duck to water. In terms of the system, I am playing with an attacking mentality. We're going to start sitting fairly deep when we don't have the ball. When we do get the ball, though, I do want us to commit men up the pitch with purpose. Obviously, I'm hoping that Azri, the small in goal, is really going to rally the troops. Okay, new division, new tactic, new opposition and new challenges. Let's see how we step up here. I'll be honest, I'm looking at players like Jung for us, our new Brazilian striker, to really be a source of goals at this level. We're going to be called into some defensive action, which we deal with well. Is it just me, or is this pitch really small in Football Manager? Football Manager does have variable pitch sizes. This pitch is really narrow. It's making me feel uncomfortable. We've won the ball well here. Jung, Dowd, Izzy, the left wing back, to bring it forward. That is not the best ball into the middle, but it's only half cleared away. Azrin to Ramos. This is actually looking quite good. The three at the back. Ong stepping out and giving it to Andrino. He dinks it forward. Aziraf in. And I've bigged up Jung for 2 minutes there and he's headed it over. That was a great opportunity for him to get his first ever goal. Can I just say, this football pitch should be illegal. Why is the pitch so narrow? Like, it's actually really upsetting me. As a team looking to use overlapping wing-backs, this pitch is rigged against us, and now they've taken the lead. It reminds me of the football pitches I used to play on when I played football at, like, youth level, and there wasn't quite enough space on the field for full-size pitches, so they'd kind of cheat and make the pitches narrower. I'm not sure if the narrow pitch had anything to do with the fact we've conceded there, but we are a goal down. I'm going to encourage the players here. As much as I'm a bit frustrated, they've reacted well to the shout, and we've got to remember, as a newly promoted team, our season is probably not going to be defined by the 2 matches that we have today to kick off the season. Away from home against the team predicted to finish 3rd or 4th. Not a simple task. 1 minute left of this first half. There has not been many opportunities either way. They've scored their 1 shot on target. We've not really had enough so far. Going to tell the players they've been terrible. They've reacted well to that. I am willing to experiment with things this year, and I feel like an early experimentation might be needed here. I'm going to move Ramos forward to play centre mid on defend. Aziraf is now going to play centre mid on support, and I'm going to try Mark in a more attacking role here. We'll play him as an advanced playmaker. I mean, look, Mark is our best player in our team. I feel like he's a player that we need to try and use where possible. I do think right now it might be worth trying to play narrower and trying to exploit the middle. With this being such a narrow pitch, let's try and play a really narrow shape and just trying to overwhelm them a little bit in the middle. I kind of want to try and match up against their 3-man midfield. I'm going to make subs. I think it's time. King Fat is making his debut in on loan from Albirex for the year. I'm going to give him the nod. Elsewhere, Faisal No, I'm going to bring in. The youngster, still a player who I'm really keen to give game time to because he is still showing lots of promise at 17. In terms of the rest of the team, I don't think I want to change anything too radically just yet. I kind of want to show some faith with the new signings. I can't expect them all to hit the ground running immediately. If I'm going to be honest with you, whilst the match momentum does look kind of favourable for us, we're just not creating enough here. There is 8 minutes left of this game. If we want to get back into this game, we're going to have to do it with one of our first highlights of the game. Asri picks up the ball at the back for us. Still getting very cross about the narrow pitch here, but what can I do? It's the pitch that we're playing on. It's not like they can make it wider mid-game. Ayman, forward to Jung. Jung bringing it forward. The new Brazilian striker. Skips past his man. Goes down in a heap, the ball hits the corner flag and stays in play. That is a risky pass that Ramos is going to intercept. Mark, King Fat has scored! The King of the Fat has scored! Take a bow, mate. It's offside, isn't it? It's offside! Oh, I thought it was the perfect script. You know, Mark, the King of the Fat, they link up back together. The flag is raised. This has been an awful game of football. I want to say at least we've only lost 1-0. I actually think we played quite well in this game. But we've got nothing. I mean, the narrow pitches annoyed me. I thought maybe we were worth a draw in that game, but truthfully, we didn't really create enough. And whilst I don't want to panic too soon, it doesn't exactly bode amazing for the new system, does it? I really wish that the second game today was a game where I could try and put the record straight. It's not an easy game to win. It's in 5 days' time against Selangor. Media prediction of 3rd for them. They had a really disappointing season last year and finished 6th. They're going to want to bounce back. We are taking them on at home. Let's try and get one over on them. Okay, game number 2 today against Selangor. Now, they're in 9th. They drew their opening game of the year against the Malaysian University, who were only promoted to this division last year. So they're a new team at this level. I feel like Selangor will have expected to have beaten them. So failing to do that, they're probably going to want to set the record straight. As for ourselves, well, let's be honest, that first game of the year wasn't exactly a classic. I don't want to overreact too much too soon. I'm not going to change our tactical identity immediately, but I do need to see a bit more promise from the new shape going into this game. Okay, interesting thing to know as we head into this game, they are playing the exact same shape and formation as us. Normally, this is the kind of formation that is defensively solid. They are opting for the exact same shape. There is a world in which we, well, potentially end up cancelling each other out. I'm going to hope for our sakes that isn't what happens, but if it does happen, on the rare occasion we get a chance, we need to take it. Ayman whipping it in. Jung is under it, doesn't get there. Izzy, the left wing back, puts it in. Jung scores. He is onside. It's the Brazilians' first goal of hopefully many. Celso Jung in the right place at the right time. Wasn't in the right place at the right time for the initial ball in, but as Izzy's cross was put into the box, it deflected. I think without the deflection, it wouldn't have counted. It would have been offside. But because that cross deflected, the game has allowed it. We'll find out here when the line's drawn. Maybe he's behind the ball. I'll tell you what. I think the referee's got that one wrong there, but I'm not going to complain. As I was saying earlier, they are literally playing the exact same formation as us, which is a little bit odd. I don't feel like this is the most common formation in the world, but maybe it's hipster in Malaysia to play a three at the back. Anyway, we've got our noses ahead early on. We now need to try and maintain our lead and, well, hopefully extend it if we can. Kim Yoon-do for them is going to play it forward. Played through the middle. Izzy reads it well. Sadly, his pass was wayward, and now it's Quentin Cheng playing it inside for them. Hassanuddin inside, and, wow, Rafi Machiakub scores and makes it 1-1. Our lead lasted 6 minutes. Yikes. I would really like to think that with 3 centre-backs this year, we'll be apt and capable of dealing with the ball when it's delivered in the air. We have not dealt with that one there, and the man to blame, let's find someone to blame, is Andrino the Brazilian. Why is there a kickoff highlight immediately? This makes no sense. 2 teams playing relatively defensive shapes, and suddenly it's just all action and all goals. Aziraf for us, bringing the ball forward through the middle. The Mazzala in this system lays it back. I have currently got the pass into space instruction on. I might remove that in this game here because there is not a lot of space to pass it into, but we're finding it, and Ayman is finding the back of the net. It's 2-1, and maybe the players knew that the last game was boring. They're going to make up for it in this one. Ayman for us was an absolute stud last year, wasn't he, playing the right-back, full-back position. This year, higher up the pitch, might find himself with these kind of opportunities more. Let's not question the goalkeeping. I am just going to get rid of the pass into space instruction. I feel like in this kind of game here, when they've got this many players back, there's not really space to pass into. We've only actually played 15 minutes here, and we're straight into another highlight. Azrin plays it forward. Ramos, Dowd, options in the middle. Jung is there. Jung has scored. It's offside. The flag is raised. Sadness. I'll tell you what, we are looking really good in this game. There is another highlight. Whipped in, back post. Ayman! I thought he was going to score again. This has been a relentless experience of a first half so far. 2-1, and, well, 21 minutes in. It's not looking like easing up at all. Izzy plays it to Azrin. The left wide centre-back is now just going to drift the ball forward here at left centre-mid. He whips it in. He can play on the wing. Maybe that's why. And the woodwork has denied Jung's header there. It rolled out in slow motion for a goal kick. Azrin, who is our left centre-back, you can see here, he can play left wing-back and he may well offer some depth there. But with him playing in that left centre-back position, I have got him set with the dribble more instruction, so he should get forward on occasion. We've really dominated possession in this game so far. 62% as we approach the end of the first half. They've had 1 shot on target. Are they about to make it 2 with a corner? Ong heads it away. Oh my word, it's one of the most mental goals I've ever seen by Farhad. What a finish that is to make it 2-2. I've never really done goal of the series contenders. Maybe I should start doing them for the live commentaries. This might be a contender. Half volley, crossbar, back of the net. Azri the small had no chance. It wouldn't have mattered if he was tall. He wasn't getting there. And that, unfortunately, is going to make it 2-2 at the break of a game where I feel like we've probably been the better team. I'm going to tell the players I'm pleased with how they're controlling possession. I don't think we need to change too much in this game. There is a small kind of temptation, I guess, to maybe go a little bit more direct. Let's try distributing it to the flanks. I'm hoping that my wing-backs aren't going to be under too much pressure in this game, given the fact they've only got wing-backs of their own. And well, we could have a chance here. Is he? Oh my word. Is he going to score? The answer is, he is! Last season, our left-back and right-back were all about the assists. In this game here, both wing-backs have scored. Is he the left-back? Just volleys it into the top corner. Okay, mate, calm down. You can see in terms of the average positions for the two teams, we are way higher up the pitch right now than they are. We are putting them on the back foot, controlling possession nicely. And I think with 61 minutes played here, probably time to make some changes. I'm going to bring in Nasrullah Zaki in as the Mazzala for us. A player who's very, very good as a Mazzala, to be honest. Can't imagine Mark's going to be coming off in too many games for us. I picked up Azrin at left centre-back. He is on a booking in this game, so I'm going to be sensible and bring in Iqbal Azmi here, who, of course, was our starting centre-back last year. He's a little bit unfortunate that he's fallen down the pecking order with the new arrivals. And you know what? I made this change last game. I'm making it again here. We are going to bring in King Fat, and we are going to play him as a poacher. I think I do need to play him as a poacher more. I'm pretty sure I promised that in the loan agreement with Albirex, and I don't want to upset my former club. Just over 15 minutes left of this game here. We've been the better team in this game. It has certainly fizzled out in this second half, but look at the match momentum. If anything, I'm a bit annoyed that we've conceded goals in this game because we have been by far and away the better team, not just in terms of match momentum, but just from a statistical point of view. And until we get a second goal in this game, I don't know if I can necessarily feel comfortable. Iman at right back is going to bring it forward and drill it in. Jung couldn't keep his shot down. It's gone over. Gonna shout some praise to the players. 3 minutes left in this game. They've got a free kick. And what a save that is by Asri. 3 minutes of added time at the end of this game. I would love to win this game. We lost our season opener. We bounced back well with a great little result there. And I have to say, the new signings look good in this game. Jung with his first ever goal is absolutely great to see. Hopefully the first of many. And Izzy at left wing back, of course, a player who I brought in to be the depth left back option. Didn't really like the fact he wasn't good defensively. In our new tactic, I feel like he can get up the pitch more. He got a goal and an assist and man of the match in this one. Well done, lads. We weren't at our best, but we got the result. Our first win of the season, and, well, it's very early days, but we're up to 5th. But it is very early days. Let's not get carried away. Man of the match for Izzy has already said. We'll give him some praise. And you know what? I'm starting to feel rather good about the upcoming season. Granted, it's early days. We have got to take on Johor Darul Ta'zim in the very near future. Funnily enough, I'm not sure we're going to be competing against them directly just yet. And there is actually a likely chance that game will be rearranged because there is an FA Cup game apparently the very next day. And I don't think those games are going to clash. Let me know what you made of the narrow pitch during that first game. Is that going to be a normal thing if you've managed in Malaysia before? Please let me know. I've not noticed it last season, but maybe the Premier League just has weird rules with pitch sizes that I wasn't aware of. And besides that, we'll be back with more next time for your viewing pleasure. Appreciate you guys hanging out as always. Thank you for your continued support on this series. If you are still enjoying it, go down below, feed the algorithm, leave a like, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. I'm out.